Hello! Welcome to the Olympus server. Today we are going to... I don't know yet. Alright, I asked you guys what you thought, if I should like bleed this over or just have it end. And I've gotten comments on both. So some like it to bleed over, some like it to just end. So I decided to go with neither of those options. I've also set up a little bit of a wheat farm here and a bit of a cow farm. I have no idea where that's going to land. In the wheat. Yep. Oh, there's Iro. Say hello. So yeah, I'm thinking of trying something completely different. And I've got it kind of started over here. I've been awful at ender pearling lately. Oh, wow, I got it. So I've done that. I don't know if it's a little too much or too different. I might still play around with it, change the size of them, and what have you. But that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, is something a little bit different than the rest of it. Yeah. And I did, on this one, I did extend it. It used to end right on this ridge here, and I just kind of blended it over there, or I stopped it there. But anyway, I've been trying this little like cow farm type thing where you have them in a hole, and I don't know what it was called, like the popcorn machine. Add water and they bob up and down, and then you can give them wheat. I don't even know if I built it right. I think I remember seeing one of these on someone's video, maybe Doc. But you can breed them like that. The problem is they tend to glitch out of this thing. So you can see some of them are glitched into these blocks here. They're not even in the center part anymore. Quiet use. I think it's called popcorn machine because it sounds like a popcorn machine. But it kind of works, but that's why I got all these other blocks around it, is because usually if I log out and come back in, these things are all over the place. But this seems to be holding them in place. So now they're just growing up. The babies get spat out here and grow up down there. And then I can just slaughter those ones and then just keep the same amount in there. Let's get away from them because they're incredibly loud. So just been doing that because I don't feel like going back to the village to get wheat or, beef. And we don't have a good source of wheat back at spawn at the moment anyway that I'm aware of. So that usually means I have to go and try to grow some wheat first and then breed the cows. So I figured I'd just start my own little cow farm here for now until I get situated. But yeah, today I think I got everything I need relatively on me. I don't want the seed though. I'm not going to worry about replanting it. I want to get a very basic, or relatively basic, sorting system here for this witch area. This is all going to change eventually anyway, but this one chest, while mostly adequate, does tend to fill up. So I would like to just kind of forget about it. And we'll have all the items sorted into their own chests. So redstone will go into one chest and all that kind of stuff. Hey guys, just continually dying. So what I'm going to do is clear out some area for us to work in, because we're going to want to be below this area. So I'll probably dig all this out and bring you back. Okay, I cleared out some area here. This is kind of going to be temporary, sort of. Like, I'll probably end up redoing it. And I'm not sure if I want to have a sorting system down here. I might want to have it up top and just have all these items get just sent up, because there's no point sorting them and then sending them up again to be sorted again. So we'll probably just do this for now. And I'm not sure. I've been playing around in creative. I was actually mostly doing this for my single player series for the mob system I'm working on. I was playing around figuring out how I want to sift out like the gunpowder, and I think I've come up with something. I don't think it's unique or anything. I'm pretty sure this is probably what other people have done as well. So what we're going to do, oops, and that cobblestone blocked up the system. So we're going to have, eventually I think I'm also going to have just a floor of hoppers down here. Right now we have a chute that's just letting one drop, but once I get the shifting floor in place, I'm probably going to have this 7x9, just a hole all the way down here for them to fall on. But for now, let me think. We want to separate. How many items do we have to separate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items to sift through. And I'm gonna need a lot more hoppers, I think. Yeah, the goal is to just use hoppers. I'll probably leave that where it is for now, and I'll change it as I need to. Now the only way I know how to do it, let's see, let's just do this. Is this right? Yes, I think. If I do, oh, it's gonna start sucking those items out of that chest. Oh well. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So, and I could do this one higher, but I just don't feel like moving that chest at the moment. So items will come into here. Right now they're going to be trying to throw into that chest still, but that's fine. Once that chest is gone, this hopper here will pull them down, and I could change that one so it's pointing down as well. So the next thing we want is, let's see, let's make our first separator here. I'm going to have that just pointing into a block, not actually pointing anywhere else. And then I'm going to put a chest there. I might start with just a single chest, and then a hopper. So I think, so now if the goal, let's see here. So if I provide a redstone signal to this hopper here, it should not pull items out of this hopper, which it is not. So this is kind of how this system is going to work. This guy's always going to be powered, so he's always going to be trying to pull items through this system. But he's not going to be able to pull anything except what we want to filter. So he should have taken a block, which I don't even know if he did. No, the block went over here. Interesting. That's okay. That's okay. Let's try that again. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so if I put one of those in, it should have gone down there. I don't know why it didn't the first time. Maybe just the order. Yeah, they shouldn't be making it past. Yeah, okay. So this is basically how it's going to work. And then we're going to take a comparator. And I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this. This is probably going to be messier than it needs to be. I'm sure there's videos out there on how to do this better, but this is just the way I've been playing around with it. I want this to have a signal strength of 2. So let's see here. Did I do it? Oh, I think I did do it. Let's see. Yeah, I was building something again for my mob system, but let's build it the same way. I think I just had the comparator right here, a bit closer. But yeah, you can pull a signal, which I don't remember whose video I saw that on, but you can pull a signal of a comparator through a block. Like if I put the comparator there, it actually does read that hopper. However, if you had it like here, it doesn't. Oops. Like this comparator doesn't pull the signal from that. It's like a linear thing. So it has to be like still pulling in that direction. But anyway, we're going to put a block there. And oh wait, I just just built the same thing I was trying to undo. Hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, comparator, block, redstone, and a torch. Because I want to invert the signal. So the way this works, all this stone and stuff should be down here. Okay, it is. This guy, when it gets a certain amount of items, and I don't even remember what that is, it's something like 22-ish. Yeah, there we go. So what is that? That's 22 is the threshold. So when it gets the 23rd item, it outputs a signal strength of 2, and it will turn off this torch. Now the fact that this is pointing into this comparator doesn't matter. It's not going to affect anything. It's going to be comparing a stronger signal to a weaker signal anyway. So this weaker signal is going to have no change on that comparator. and it will still turn off the torch, which is all I need it to do. Otherwise, I could extend this and use like a repeater here instead of the redstone dust. But from what I can see, this works. Again, I don't know if it's the best way to do it. There's probably a way to do it so that this is tileable. I don't know. I might look at doing that later so that I could have all the chests side by side, because this one I'm going to have to space them out a little bit. But anyway, it's just me playing around with it. So what we would do, like, let's say we want this one to be redstone. I'm going to put some kind of filler block. I think what I will do eventually is name something. Like I'll take a stack of dirt and name the dirt to like filler or something like that. But anyway, let's throw that in there. And am I even in the right one? No, the wrong one. Let's throw the dirt in here. I just want to, yeah, what do I want to do? I want to get 22 dirt. Let's just do that. 21 dirt, I guess. And that shouldn't pull anything out, and then a piece of redstone. Let's try that. So if a piece of redstone is going in, I think some of it's going to go this way is the only problem. Yeah. There might be a flaw. I think it might work as long as only one is going down at a time. I think it'll end up down here, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it is going down. So we'll have to see how that ends up playing out. It looks like maybe half is going one way, half is going the other way. So what we might have to do is have some other redstone signal in to throttle that from happening. I'm not sure how I would do that, but we'll see. I'll see how it works out, if this actually works or is a complete failure. But that's basically the idea. And then, yeah, I only need to have one piece of filter item in here, and it will pull only redstone dust out of this hopper, or dirt, but hopefully there won't be dirt falling down there, although there could be. So that's why I'd like to get some named item that won't accidentally be thrown in. And close that up too. I did notice some of the items were falling outside of that hopper when I had that open, before I started digging that out. So yeah, that's the plan. Maybe I'll go ahead and set up the rest of these. Where's this ladder from? Oh, right there. Just breaking stuff. Although it looks like this ladder is actually in the way. So I might have to change this, or flip it around, or maybe I'll move it over here. Maybe I'll get some more hoppers. I don't know. But we'll do something. What was that? And then we'll see how this thing works, and if I have to tweak it a bit, which it looks like I probably will. Okay guys, I'm just in the process of moving it, and I'm trying to kind of redesign it so it's one wide. It won't be tileable really because the redstone dust, but it might still be tileable actually because of the signal strength that this gives off. Anyway, we'll see. It involves a repeater and a piece of redstone dust, although that could be exchanged for another repeater if the delay doesn't affect it too badly. And then it's going to power this block, which will keep this guy locked. So then we'd put our filter items in here, and I just piped this over that way with hoppers, and then I'm going to put it along here, and we'll see about getting them side by side. I think it would actually work, to be honest. Let's just see here. Maybe I'll set up two of them, and we'll give it a test. Okay. That shouldn't matter now. It's thinking powered. The chest is being powered, but it's the opposite. This is a trap chest, but that will power. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so here we got two, and basically set up the same way. I did put repeaters in there. I don't think the delay will matter in this particular setup. And then I just redstone dust up here, and I don't think that will matter because it's giving off a signal strength of varying lengths. So when one gives off a signal strength of 2, it will activate that torch, which will allow items to flow through it. So if this guy gives off 2, it's going to activate this redstone dust, and this redstone dust. So that's okay. It's still only going to be activating that one side, and same with this other guy. If he gets, once he gets a signal strength of 2, powering that. So I think that's okay. So let's see if I can actually set it up. So I'll probably use dirt again for filler, and then I'll put some of these items in that we can filter through. Okay, so I got this one set up for sugar. This one's set up for redstone. See how that works. I'm still trying to put stuff in there, so maybe we will... Let's see, what's going to happen? So this is our overflow, basically. Everything will end up over here. That doesn't end up being sucked down. So what I'm thinking might happen is if these items are getting pushed through here faster than it will pull down, then items might get past where they're supposed to drop. But let's try that, and actually let's do it so it'll be 50-50, and we'll see what ends up where, if it's actually working at all. Where is all the stuff? So we got sugar going somewhere. Are they all just ending up over here? They are. Okay, that's not working. Why aren't you working? Is this pulled down any? It hasn't. It looks like they're not even showing up there. Interesting. Like we're not even seeing them momentarily. Oh, we're kind of seeing it there, but not here. Yeah, everything just ended up over here. Well, that was awesome. Good test, guys. Now, why did that happen? It might just be some timing issues. I don't know, like... Whoa, chest, calm down. Maybe it depends on what the item is introduced. Let's just try again. Come on, work. Okay, that time we got one down there. Maybe this doesn't work at all, guys. The rest are probably just going over here. So it looks like it's being sent through quicker than that one will pull down, which is no good. So I don't know. So I had it working in my test world, like a similar setup. And this delay shouldn't impact anything anyway. Is it... what's being powered? I think some of it went down. I will see. I thought I saw that activated. So they have a signal strength of 1, both of them, because it's powered, or there's items in the hopper. Okay, we got one piece of redstone dust and no sugar. This sorting system sucks. Interesting. Yeah, that didn't work at all. I wonder if it would work better with... No, probably not. With droppers. If we could just drop the items through if they're not... Not sure how we can throttle this. Like, I mean, I could turn off this hopper. Like, if I had him powered, the system would work, I think. So if I now put redstone dust in, the redstone dust should make it to here, because this guy will still push it in, and then he'll start pulling it down, because this guy's not able to push it up, push it into the next hopper. But that's not really... That's not how I... That's not going to work. Like, I obviously have to have this not powered, at least not powered all the time. Because if that's not an item that wants to go through there, like if we start adding the sugar in... Okay, is that done? Now we got sugar just being stuck there. Yeah, I really thought that worked. Unless it's a... Yeah, unless there's some quirk going on that I'm not aware of. Because I was doing pretty much the same thing in my test worlds. And it was working. But yeah, right now everything's just getting passed along through without it being pulled down in time. And it should. If I get rid of that one. And yeah, now the sugar's going down here. So that aspect of the system is working. So you can see it. It got there, and then it got sent down there. But it's just going through quicker than it can be processed, which is kind of crappy. Well, I might have to leave this for now, and maybe if you guys know what I could do to change this to get it to work properly, or if the way I'm going about it is just plain old wrong and it's not going to work. So maybe I will try to play around with a bit here on my own, and if I figure anything out, I'll bring you guys back. Okay, I'm going to try something because I just went back to my test world and it still works there, so it could be a directional thing. Could also be something, I know one of my viewers, I can't remember who you were, but you referred me to a video by someone. I think he's on the jail server. I just can't for the life of me remember his name at the moment. Awful with names. Anyway, something about timing issues with hoppers, like just, I think it was with hoppers, placing the hopper even, and that even leaving a chunk and coming back into a chunk will change the timing on these guys, or something to that nature. I could be completely wrong on that. But anyway, I got the test set up again, and in my test world, these hoppers are running east to west. In this setup, I have them running west to east, so I'm just going to try this first. If this doesn't work, excuse me, I'm going to try to, I'll just change these hoppers around so they're pointing the other way. And we'll see what happens. So this should be redstone again, this should be sugar, and I will just put them in here, oops, and see what happens. Oh, I don't have an overflow. Let's put another one of these on there. Oops. Not facing the same way. Oh, looks like we got redstone out of there, so it's doesn't look like it's working. So that's our overflow. The sugar might have worked, but it probably didn't because it had nowhere else to go. Whoa, caps locks. Moo moo. Okay, what happened there? We've got some sugar there. We got no redstone. Let's put some more redstone in. Most of it appears to be heading over here, though. So same deal. It's not being pulled down. I'm not powering these guys, am I anyway? No. No, sure. Okay, well, let's try changing these guys around and pointing them that way. Which I don't want him pointing into there, just for the sake of the test. Let's have him stop. Oh, he can't. Whatever. Okay. There's a hopper stuck on top of that hopper. There we go. And this will be our input right there. Alright, let's try again. See what happens. Sugar? I don't think so. Oh, the redstone's now going. Maybe it is directional. Or maybe it is just coincidental how I place them. Okay. Now it's working. 31. 31. I think how I have it set up, we're getting one left in here. I might be able to fix that by either, let's see, when that's I mean, we could try lengthening the pulse here, or we could simply add another hopper below it to pull those items out of it, but either way it's not a huge deal if one gets stuck. Okay, so let's do this again. We'll do 32. So we'll do 16, 16, 16, 16, and then we'll do some iron for the hell of it. So we should get 31 in these chests, plus the one extra in there. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything. I mean, we could try, like if that's a longer pulse, that's gonna probably pull out too many items, to be honest. So we probably don't want to do that. Oh, we got a piece of iron in there. Is that because yeah, I think that's because I put the pulse on too long. So that's not a good idea. Let's undo that. Oh, we got redstone in there too. That's probably because I was playing around with it. The whole thing is broken. What have I done? Okay, let's see. That was a fail. Let's reset and try that again. This time I won't touch anything. Okay. We need to put the dirt back to 18. And that one already, that one's good. Okay. Try this again. We'll go 32 in 16 chunks and then something else as overflow. So the iron should make it over here. Everything else should go into their chests. I don't remember if I emptied these out. Did I? Who knows? Maybe I did. Is it working? I think it's working. 31. 31. Interesting. Okay. So it does seem to be the hoppers need to be pointing to the west, at least. That's what it seems like it. Or maybe those hoppers have to be placed last. I don't know. That's kind of weird. So if I'm just trying to think how I built it, because I'm pretty sure I put those first and then I did these other ones last. So if it is determined by placement, I'm also getting some block lag, so forgive me on that. Come on. Yeah. Let me in. I'll bring you guys back when I'm back. I'm back. Everything opened at once. Okay. So we got them facing the other way. So hopefully this is stuff that will be fixed before 1.5 actually gets released. Pretty sure this is in the bug tracker as well. So we're in this guy again. So let's do the same test. 16, 16. And some iron. And see what happens. Oh. Said I'm lagging out, which isn't helping the situation. Come on. Come on. Oh. Seriously. We're back. That does seem to be directional then. Everything's just going over. Nothing is making it into these, except the sugar made it down. But nothing else. Okay, so it's a very quirky system. Very quirky indeed. Alternatively, we could just not do the hopper thing and have water streams. But I didn't want to really do that. I mean, we could have it, this guy going into a dropper and then just automatically dropping the items into a water streams going over top of these guys, and they'll pull them down if it's the right item. Could do that, but kind of wanted to do it without water or having items being dispensed. I just want the hopper. Give me the hopper. So yeah, I might do this anyway. I'll set it up the other way, which means I'm going to have to put it over here, I guess. See, that's kind of that's kind of dumb. If it, oops, that's the ladder too. Silly. How many times have I destroyed that ladder? A lot. That's how many times. And the other one. Okay, so maybe I will do that. I will have those facing this way, and I guess I don't know where I'm going to put it, to be honest. There's not that much room over here. I cleared that out for that purpose. I could get away with it by wasting a bunch of hoppers and having it double back on itself, which maybe I'll do right now for the time being until it gets fixed. Anyway, I'll maybe set that up and pretty this up a little bit. I'm not going to do too much because it will be changed in the future. Okay guys, gone ahead and set up the rest of them. It does work tileable, which is kind of nice. We could make it so it's hidden even, like we don't need to have these hoppers. We could have another hopper below it, like facing forward, and then have it pointing into the back of the chest. Then you could have blocks in front, but it's more just prototype playing around, and the fact that it's directional is pretty crappy. I do have to... Did I lose some hoppers? What's going on here? Yeah, here's the wiring. And I'm short a hopper. I thought I had enough hoppers. I did just end up snaking it around like this, which is kind of silly, but... Okay, let's take this hopper and this chest and we'll move it up, maybe? Although then it has to be a trap chest. Do I have enough iron to make another hopper? I do. Let's do that instead. Okay, we'll use one of those. There we go. Or did I have enough hoppers and that was just lag? I don't know. No, it's because I just picked one up. So yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so that is our overflow. So currently I don't have any place for sticks to go, so that's where sticks should end up going. And hopefully this works. I've got to just have it snake all the way that way so they can go, what did I say, east to west. And then what I'm going to do is change this guy, so that's the one they fall on and die. And we're going to point it that way. And then we could also manually throw some things in there to see it work, hopefully. Some sticks, some gunpowder, get some glowstone in there in a second. There we go. And hopefully everything ends up where it should and not be a giant mess. And I'll probably manually move this stuff over. I don't think I'll put it all through the machine, although I could just to see if it would work, but I would have to input those items somehow. Let's see what we're getting. So far, sugar, we already had some items in here. So I don't know if it's actually working. Nope, everything's ending up down here anyway. Weird. Oh, that one's pointing the wrong way, isn't it? Yeah, why do I have it pointing that way? I want it pointing this way. Test fail. Okay, let's try that again. And gunpowder. Okay. Now, so long as everything doesn't end up in here again. Stop it. Is that from before or is that from right now? What was that? That was my phone. Anyways, why does things not work? It kind of like did work and now it's not working at all. No, the redstone's working, everything else. The bottles aren't working. This one's the bottles. Maybe it can't be poking in from that side, I don't know. Definitely seems to be temperamental and quirky. So hopefully whatever problem this is gets fixed. Either to the point where it doesn't work at all and I can just try something else. But yeah, that one's supposed to come down here. But it didn't. Just went one right on by and down to there again. So yeah, not working. This was a failure. Boo-hoo. Oh well. Well, I think that's all the time I have, and I've been getting some awful lag. Except when I started recording. Now it's all fine. I should have just been recording the whole time. Yeah, not sure. Looked like the gunpowder maybe made it through. I don't know. Let's try that one. Are we on like a chunk board or anything weird like that too? No. Nope, they're all in the same chunk. Yeah, the gunpowder made it in. So it doesn't like spider eyes. It doesn't like the bottles. How about glowstone? It looks like it took the glowstone properly. Let's see about that. I don't remember how many were there, but as long as it doesn't end up over here. Yeah, anyway, spider eyes, not working. See if I did anything wrong somewhere else. Like it's all pretty much identical. Would notice if something was out of place. It does not appear to be. Okay, all the repeaters are good. Redstone, good. Comparators are all on, yep, normal. So I don't know. Might just be hopper quirks. Anyway, I will probably hook this thing up anyway and have it go. I'll just put a bigger chest here for the overflow. And anything that doesn't make it through, doesn't get sorted, will end up in there, which looks like it'll be this stuff. Alright guys, well thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Woohoo! This is a bad idea. Bad idea. It's gonna take a while.